Hello, everyone, and welcome to our session, Jamf Nation, a behind-the-scenes look at what makes it great. There are more than 100 sessions at this year's JNUC, so we feel so grateful that you took some time to join us for the next 30 minutes. Now, if we haven't met yet, my name is Jenny Asaba, and I oversee community at Jamf. That means that I'm responsible for the strategy, growth, and overall success of Jamf's customer advocacy program, Jamf Heroes, as well as Jamf Nation, which we're going to talk about today. And today I'm joined by my team member and community rock star, Callie O'Neill. And Callie, to kick it off, I think we should start with a question because when it comes to community, you know it's important that we get to know each other. So with that said, if you could be any superhero, who would you be and why?
Oh, now this one is a tough one for me, Jenny. As some of you know who were on our Last Heroes meetup, I recently got into the Marvel movie series, and I'm a huge fan of Wanda Maximoff. I can't even really say it that well, but I grew up playing Storm from X-Men on the playground back in the day, so I think I've got to go with both of the strong characters.
Awesome. And well, thanks for that response. And despite the fact that I have two boys and you and the rest of the team have asked me this before, I'm actually not sure who I would be. So I'm going to leave it up to any Jamf heroes who are watching. I hope a few of them are in here. I'd love to hear what they think. So heroes, if you're watching, pop in the chat based on what you know of me from the past, 3+ years. Which superhero do you see me being and why? I can't wait to read those responses. Now, as I hope this example shows, Callie and I believe that in order to build, maintain, and grow a strong community, you need to know your community members, who they are, what motivates them, and how they want to interact with each other and our organization. So we pay attention because we know that when we all work together, amazing things happen. So this desire to help each other, after all, is why Jamf Nation started and continues to thrive today. It takes all of you, our great Jamf Nation, to fuel not only our work at Jamf, but also your success with Apple in your environments. It's customers, non-customers, partners, Jamfs, and Apple enthusiasts from all geographies, industries, and experience levels coming together to learn from and help each other that makes Jamf Nation so great. So to all of you for your past efforts and for all of the involvement that you'll have in the community moving forward, we are so grateful. Thank you. You are Jamf Nation, and in my humble opinion, you're pretty awesome. But for those of you who are new to Jamf or just hearing about Jamf Nation for the first time, let's take a look back in time to see how it all began. Now, some of you may remember this. Think back many, many years ago to the Casper mailing list. And if you do, if you remember this time, please share some memories of this in the chat. This was truly the beginnings of Jamf Nation, a group of customers connected through email. But in 2011, our friend and legacy Jamf, Jake Mosey, as you can see his picture here, he sent this email. So the last post to the Casper email list. And it was at this time that Jake and other Jamf leaders really recognized that you all needed and deserved more. So they built Jamf Nation as a website. It was an online discussion forum where those with questions or answers about Apple and Apple device management could come and get or give wisdom from other like-minded IT admins. And you did. For 10 years, you flooded this site with thoughtful comments, concerns, answers, and lots of sound advice that helped others succeed with Apple in their environments. But after 10 years of growth and expansion of our own products at Jamf, but also where you all live and work, we knew it was time to once again grow with you and develop a community that could support you over time. So earlier this summer, after hundreds of hours of interviews and additional research, we launched and enhanced Jamf Nation. We took thousands of data points of research from customers, Jamfs, industry experts, and prospective community members to help shape our vision of what Jamf Nation should include. And while Callie will dig much more into this in just a minute, I wanted to point out that for the first time in Jamf Nation's history, over the last year, we also built a community team focused specifically on community at Jamf. So my team, I love this slide. My team, as you can see here, this just spends all day, they spend all day, every day thinking about how they can make your lives easier through our community offerings at Jamf. So Callie, who you already met and are going to hear more from, is dedicated to Jamf Nation, and she's your resource for anything questions about the community. Kaylee, who you see next, is responsible for the day-to-day operations of our customer advocacy program, Jamf Heroes. And Lizette is currently building an advocacy program for our partners, which will launch in EMEA later this year. And then we also have Zandria, who floats between communities and helps where is needed. These individuals work incredibly hard to ensure that you all have the best community experience possible. So when you get a chance, please say hi, thank them for their efforts. They are truly dedicated to helping you all succeed. And with that, I am excited to pass it over to Callie to dig more into the functions and benefits of Jamf Nation. Take it away, Callie.
Thanks, Jenny. It was great to be a part of this fantastic, albeit new team. As we do with everything at Jamf, we strive to be innovative and make change that will be impactful and beneficial to the whole portfolio of products that we offer. And the changes we made to Jamf Nation were made to better serve all of our community members. You'll see from the graphic that we have strategically moved items out of the Jamf Nation community space and provided a hub for all the product information and access points you may need. We left the forum space in Nation and made a few tweaks to provide product-specific spaces. Plus, we added a few goodies like group hubs for our Mac admin user groups, healthcare, education, and of course, JNUC. Now, as we know, our community isn't a community without you. Yes, it is a forum where your peers can jump in and help you problem solve or answer questions, but it's also a space where you can really connect with other users to understand who they are. Going from just a forum is to more like a cafe where you can chat with folks. We have seen connections between Jamf's customers and all to form and grow in this space. When I asked longtime contributor to Jamf Nation community and new Jamf, Emily, how Jamf Nation made a lasting impact on them, they said, "I'm not sure any one thing comes to mind, but early on in my IT career, I spent a lot of time working on branding and customizing self-service, and conversations like this, the post is on the slide, were very helpful for me. I ended up giving my first JNUC talk about what we did to brand self-service in 2014. Of course, now it's built into Jamf Pro, but back then it wasn't." Wow, making a post and starting that discussion in the community led to all that. And on a personal note, I'm glad I can now call Emily a coworker. She and I even onboarded at the same time this past May. Now, we know our Jamf employees aren't the only ones impacted by a community. Jamf hero Leonardo mentions how, even before they were a Jamf customer, Jamf Nation supported him. That's right, folks. As we mentioned in our earlier slide, you can join Jamf Nation at any stop on your journey. And we realize when something like Jamf Nation or one of our many products is so valuable to all of you, there are areas where you'd like to see changes made. So one of the improvements we made was our new feature request platform for gathering feedback about Jamf Nation community and our Jamf product line. We are very grateful that each and every one of you are so passionate about the feedback you provide us. Things that are helpful when providing feedback are: give specific examples. If it's a feature or a usability is no longer available, include how it was helpful and why you utilized it. Is there something that isn't displaying on your screen correctly or it gets cut off? Any of those items are the type of constructive feedback that we're looking for and are more actionable for us to assess and create next steps on if and when we can implement it. To submit a feature request or review other requests and vote on them, go to ideas.jamf.com/ideas. For more about feature requests and our new process, go to Jamf Nation and click on the feature request post. And with all that talk, you may be wondering, what's next for Jamf Nation? Well, you will just have to wait and see, but always remember that we're consistently watching how you all interact with each other and Jamf in Jamf Nation. And we're routinely combing through those feature requests. So our future plans develop from what you all show us what you want and need. So let us know through your actions and through thoughtful feedback. We really look forward to growing this community with you. And fun fact, when we used to go into offices, this is Jenny in our Minneapolis office.
Long time ago. Thanks for including that stellar picture there, Callie.
Well, just to show everyone that we believe in moving forward. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming and listening, and we can't wait to see you in the community. As always, we're available for any questions, comments, concerns, and are here as a member of the community for you.
Thanks, everyone.